Welcome to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Every week, you can have the conversations you've always wanted to have about the films you love.
Shut up!
We're gonna get you, not another peep.
Get rid of your distractions and prepare yourself.
Then lock your door. 5, 6, gonna crucifix.
You got a big surprise coming to you. You're not going anywhere.
Welcome everybody to the Cult Classic Horror Show. Danny Bonin here with you, one half of the Blood Brothers, along with
the Rob.
Scotty is he's going to be joining us shortly here. He is just too good for us, hanging out in Disney again, and was not ready by the time he said he would be ready by.
I mean, y'all spend more time in Orlando than the senior citizens that live down there.
I don't know about that. That's pushing it a little bit there.
I mean, like 90-year-old women don't spend that much time in Orlando.
They just winter there, right?
That's right, the snowbirds.
They just winter there. You could probably go make some money, pleasuring them if you want.
Dude, those old ladies are stuck up. There's no real pleasuring them.
I don't know.
They're still thinking about like their late husbands.
We've been doing producers, and so I'm just thinking about you as Mervyn Aloysius.
Aloysius is definitely an old person who used to be a young person's name.
Okay. All right. Well, the Dead Zone. That's what we're talking about tonight.
I'm going to be completely honest. I attempted to watch this movie multiple times today, but because I've been like running a fever since 4:30 this morning, I've seen this movie multiple times before, but I was very confused, and I'm not sure if it was from the 103-degree fever I was running on top of all the medication and everything else that I was taking. But I think I even texted y'all. I was like, either this movie is this strange, or I'm like having an acid flashback.
It's not that
something.
strange.
No, I didn't think so. Because I had this. My mom had this movie like recorded from HBO on VHS. Yeah. I've watched it a lot and was not confused by it. But
I think you're just like extraordinarily bad at watching movies. I
was actually excited about this one. I like this one. This has got, Christopher Walken and Martin Sheen, which I was actually disappointed on Amazon. Martin Sheen doesn't even get top billing in this movie.
Well, he's not in it that much.
But it's Martin Sheen.
Yeah. It's Christopher Walken, though. Come on.
I'm not even going to try to do a Walken impression. Scotty will call in.
Don't go on the ice. You see? You're all going to die. I can't do it. I can't fucking do it.
No, I can't. It's not just the voice. It's his enunciation and it's the words. It's like the ice. It's going to break.
Call it off.
Yeah. Your kid's going to drown.
But it's not as apparent in this movie. Like, I think as he goes later on.
I think Walken, like, it's my favorite Walken movie has to be Man on Fire with Denzel Washington.
Oh, yeah.
But that's real.
Is he in that? He's in that movie?
Yeah, he plays like his buddy. But you don't even. But he's really good. But it's not him being Walken. He kind of like this. He's kind of toned down. I think Christopher Walken knows what the people want. I think he's way worse when, he's even way more Walken-y when for depending on what role he's in. Because he didn't really I don't even think he really even got loud or crazy. He was very reserved.
He's young, so maybe he didn't have that walking in him yet.
Yeah, was this before or after he killed what's her name from the West Side Story?
Huh?
He was on the boat with the Natalie Wood. Natalie Wood fell. Yeah,
I don't even know about all that gossip.
He was part of the murder. It's not gossip.
What do you watch? You watch TMZ all the time or something?
No, my mother doesn't like Christopher Walken for that reason.
What?
She's like still holding this huge grudge.
How could you not like Christopher Walken?
I just don't think she appreciates him like the rest of us.
Just buy her Christopher Walken Best of SNL, and she can't help but to love the guy.
She doesn't like Saturday Night Live.
What the fuck? Why not?
My mother believes that like as soon as Belushi left Saturday Night Live, which was the 70s.
Oh God.
Yeah, no, my mother does not like Saturday Night Live. My mother also hates Will Ferrell.
I'm just gonna state the obvious that the Will Ferrell era of Saturday Night Live is way better than the Belushi era. Fight me.
I think they're tied.
No. I
think they're tied because Belushi had Chevy Chase.
Still.
Dan Aykroyd.
Yeah, I know who was there.
Actually, I don't even... I honestly think the best era of Saturday Night Live, and you can fight me, bro, is Chris Farley. Chris Farley, David Spade, Adam Sandler.
Yeah. But that bleeds a little bit into Will Ferrell and
Will Ferrell came on just a little bit after them, but I don't think Will Ferrell would be Will Ferrell if it wasn't for those guys.
No, I do agree. The Best of Chris Farley is one of the best Saturday Night Live collections, and Christopher Walken. Christopher Walken is pretty much that era too when he was on it a lot, when he was hosting and stuff. It's basically that. Yeah, Chris Farley, and it's good shit. It's good shit.
I'm not a huge Will Ferrell fan, but no, my mother despises that man.
Well, a lot of people do, but I love him.
Well, I don't really have an opinion on him anymore because like he's obviously hit like the bottom of his career now.
You think so?
He's doing like straight to video movies now.
Someone that we know worked with him. So there's this guy at our acting studio who's been in a lot of stuff, and he recently did Drunk History. Was Will Ferrell on that with him? I don't know. And he said that he was, from his experience with him, he was totally like when the scene wasn't going and leading up to start, he's totally just focused and in the zone and like trying to get his shit down, and then as soon as like the scene starts or the camera rolls, he's in character and funny and all that shit. So I thought that was interesting.
Dang, man. Yeah, I'm sorry.
He's committed, though. I mean,
I think he is, but I still...
You watch some of those skits, he's the only one that, like, never breaks. Jimmy Fallon's the worst. He just fucking laughs, like, nonstop during every single skit.
I hate Jimmy Fallon.
And
I'm just not a Jimmy Fallon
He can't control it at all. And here you have Will Ferrell... like pretty much, I've maybe seen him once or twice, but pretty much holds it together, and then comes on talk shows. Like he came on a couple talk shows as Ron Burgundy and like held character the whole time, and he's committed guy. He's committed.
No, I don't think there's any. I don't really dislike him, but thinking about Saturday Night Live, we'll eventually get back to this movie.
Yeah, of course.
But thinking about Saturday Night Live, I forgot you got like Michael Myers and all those guys, and Michael Myers, Dana Carvey, David Spade, Chris Farley, Adam Sandler. I know I'm missing at least one or two. When you had like the Will Ferrell phase, like what you're saying, it was really just Will Ferrell.
Yeah. There might have been a couple other, but yeah, it was. Yeah, he had Norm Macdonald.
Chris Rock was also on there with Chris Farley. I'm not
a big Chris Rock fan at all.
Well, I just mean like the amount of huge
Norm Macdonald.
Talent. Oh, I love Norm. It's a big hat. It's funny.
Yeah. So, anyways, I think Walken in the Dead Zone was younger, a little more toned down, less Walken-y. But does a great job. He's a great actor, and you can see even in his early work here how like natural he is, and he does deliver lines slightly differently than than anyone else really would. And so it's always interesting. It's like you're a good actor if you're interesting because people want to watch you, you know?
He was perfect for this role. I mean, because if anybody in Hollywood you could convince without heavy makeup and effects that they had been in a coma for 5 years,
Yeah.
it would be Christopher Walken. Because he looks like an alien. Like, I mean, he just has this crazed look about him all the time.
Well, what was I just reading that they wanted Hal Holbrook to play the role first or something?
Who the hell is Hal Holbrook?
He's the old guy from like, oh god, you recognize him right when you see him. I mean, he's known for like The Fog and Lincoln, but God, what do I really recognize him from? He's in.
Damn it! I went to Google.
Oh, what is the one where he has like Alzheimer's? What the fuck am I thinking of? He's in so many fucking movies. Maybe Walking Dead, but you'd recognize him.
Oh yeah, no, he kind of looks. Yeah, I could see.
But I don't know.
Oh, the dude's still around. He's 93 years old.
Is he? Holy jeez. Yeah, so it was.
He was in All the President's Men, Lincoln. Damn, he's done a lot of stuff. Holy crap.
Yeah, so Hal Holbrook was Cronenberg's original choice to... Oh, no, sorry. Not Walken's part. Choice to play Skerritt's part, the sheriff. But Dino De Laurentiis rejected this idea as he had never heard of Holbrook at the time. Had to have Tom Skerritt...
nobody's ever heard of Dino De Laurentiis. Such a pompous
he sounds like he's a tough guy to work with. Although I do agree with him, Skerritt is the superior choice for that part. Well, I just love Tom Skerritt.
Oh, dude, that mustache.
Yeah, you can't beat Tom Skerritt.
I have been complimented many times, so it's not like I have beard hubris, but I have had many people tell me that I have a glorious beard.
Oh.
But I'm sorry. There is no substitution for an incredible mustache. Which I cannot grow. Like, I've got like a good beard, but my mustache game is nowhere near. You talking like Skerritt, Selleck, Burt Reynolds, all those guys? Nah, you can't come close to them.
Mustache game on point. I got a decent mustache. I think I could grow it out if I wanted to.
This has got to be like one of the first Cronenberg movies that doesn't have the like creepy, crazy body horror. You know, I mean, he's known for The Fly and Videodrome and all that stuff, and this movie's pretty tame.
Yeah,
for Cronenberg, but he
did The Fly after this. The Fly was right after this, almost.
Yeah, this was 83, and The Fly was 86.
I'm not sure what year The Fly was, but I know it was after this. So, yeah, it's he did a good job, and I guess Cronenberg has used the same composer mostly for most of his movies, but they made him use a different composer for this one, a more well-known one. It's probably Dino De Laurentiis basically just wanting to piss people off. You know, I feel like he's the kind of person that just likes to do that. So I'm sure Cronenberg was like, you know, I want to use Hal Holbrook, and I got this composer, and Laurentiis, for no reason whatsoever, was probably like, nope, I want you to use this guy.
Dino De Laurentiis just reminds me of kind of like what was the guy who did all the Halloween movies, Mustafa Cod.
Oh yeah.
Who like people were like, I don't think like this is going to make sense. I don't care. These are my movies.
Yeah.
We're doing it.
Which
like I don't know if the Thorn thing's going to work. Look, we need a part 9. Okay. We have to have a part 9. And you know,
speaking
you're telling me we can't have one without this cult? Then fuck you, you're fired.
Speaking of a cod who, you know, then I'm going to relate to John Carpenter because he did the original Halloween, and Deborah Hill. I saw Deborah Hill was a producer on this in the opening credits.
Oh.
So what was she doing here cheating on Carpenter with Cronenberg? What's going on there?
Cronenberg is not a bad-looking man. I mean, I'm just going to be completely honest with you.
She must have been given some hand jobs, you know, in the corner there, trying to get a producer credit.
Well, you know, I mean, you know, Carpenter's checks had cleared. I don't think maybe he, you know, Carpenter definitely is a swinger. Like, you know what I mean?
Oh, yeah.
I don't think he's a one-woman man.
No, I don't think so either.
Why Jamie Lee Curtis, he got tired of her. Then come Halloween 3, the only thing he had for her to do was she was the PA announcer in that little town.
Oh, that's right.
He was done with her, man.
That's right. He was on to. Was there even? I guess there was the chick that ended up getting swapped out for an android at the end. She was sort of cute, I guess.
Yeah, she was an android the whole time.
Yeah, no, she got swapped out. And Tom Atkins would never knowingly screw an android. And
of course he would. That man was all about adventure.
No, wouldn't happen. No, they swapped her out. Yeah.
I guess people are probably going to want us to talk about this movie.
So I guess David Cronenberg fired a .357 Magnum loaded with blanks off camera to make Watkins' flinches seem more involuntary when he's having those visions, and it was actually Watkins' own idea, which
that's pretty awesome.
It is awesome.
Pretty brilliant.
It seems a little extreme.
Because he really does. I mean, he does have this really.
I wonder if Cronenberg was just firing at will, like at random points when it wasn't even called for. Watkins like,
I'm
God
sure he
damn
would.
it.
I'm sure Cronenberg, if it was me when I become a famous Hollywood director, I'm just walk around and just do it to everybody: secretaries, grips, PAs, everyone. It's like you're giving me permission to fire a .357 Magnum.
Yes,
it's gonna be awesome.
So yeah, but I guess it did the trick. I mean, I think he probably would have done just as good without that. But that's all right. That's all right. Stephen King's choice for Watkins' part was Bill Murray. I don't know if I can see that.
Oh God! I mean, we're on a big Stephen King kick here.
He was probably high as fuck when he was.
I was about to say, and I love Stephen King, but we have reviewed a lot of movies. None of them were great, except for this one. This one is very good.
I wouldn't say that.
I think Silver Bullet was very good too. I actually really enjoyed Silver Bullet. But
I think Christine's a good movie, and
I do too. But
bad.
But Christine is a Carpenter movie. Christine is very good. But there seems to be like a running theme of not letting him on set and maybe not going with some of his things like, I know I wrote the book about Christine being a Fury, but have you seen the Pontiac Fiero? It's like, no, Steven. No, we're not. What about a Toyota Tercel?
Yeah.
People would never expect the Tercel. And then it's like, you can't have Bill Murray doing anything serious. I don't even care, even if it is 1983. Like, it's just, it doesn't work.
He called up Laurentis at like 3:30 a.m., all fucking hyped up. He's like, hey, man, I got some ideas I want to run by you real quick. First of all, I just got done watching Ghostbusters, and Bill Murray's our man.
Bill Murray's
our man. He's our man.
Yeah, have you ever seen Stripes? Yeah, there's a theme here, Steven. He's a comedic actor. I know, but this movie.
I'm half awake right now. I have to go back to bed.
And I was thinking maybe instead of Cronenberg, we'll have that guy that did the Ghostbusters movies with Bill. Like, oh God, look, we're not getting Harold Ramis to make this movie, Steven.
Whatever you do, don't get Kubrick to do it. I fucking hate that asshole.
Yeah. Well, we had Jack Nicholson say he was going to come in and possibly do a reading. No.
I have a feeling that like maybe Jack Nicholson just like crossed him one time, like didn't do coke with him, and that's why he doesn't like him. Mm-hmm. That's what happened.
You think because you're some damn volunteer fireman that you're too good to do cocaine with Steven, I see.
Yep. And Jack was just too drunk off Jack Daniels to do the coke with him. So that's just my guess. That's just my guess. So the gazebo where the murder took place was built for the film and then later donated to that town, Niagara on the Lake, Ontario, where it was filmed. And now they take wedding pictures there. So that's cute.
That's pretty awesome. You wedding couldn't tell me you'd want to. If you would have known that, you would have maybe have decided to have your wedding photos there.
Maybe, but Shannon wouldn't let us. There's no way.
What? Dude, you got to have control of your wife now.
Oh, okay. When it comes to wedding things, there's not much a man can do about his wife.
Well, I mean, not with that attitude.
I mean, unless you're Burt Young, you know.
Exactly. You got it. Burt Young needs to be your spirit animal.
Okay. I'll keep that in mind next time I have the urge to just brutally beat my wife.
Burt Young would have made a great sheriff in this movie.
He would have. He'd be like, yeah. He wouldn't have gone and asked for his help because he wouldn't believe in this bullshit psychic activity.
No.
Oh, you think you're smart? You think you're smarter than us, huh? You think you're fucking smarter than us, huh? Come here.
I was just going down to the store for a pack of smokes, Dad.
Honey, what's going on down? Mm-hmm. That's my wife. You just hit my... Yeah, she just shut her mouth.
I sense that you beat your wife. Yeah, get in line, buddy.
Well, let's see. What else do I got here? What is the other ammo I have here? A lot of deleted scenes that never made it to the public.
Why?
I don't know. It showed. I don't know if there was more from the book that we missed. I've never read the book. There was a prologue. There was a prologue showing John Smith as a boy who sustains a head injury, but I don't know. I don't know if that would foreshadow maybe that he would have something later.
He's a serial killer. He's got a head injury.
Yeah, I guess so. A stuntman was severely burned around the legs and groin when a squib went off too near him during the World War II flashback sequence.
Why did somebody put a squib on the dude's nuts?
Why?
Like maybe the stuntman should have been the one to like, whoa. I think you're putting that explosive jelly pack just a little too close to my dick and balls.
Yeah, I actually don't even like looking at this thing as a filmmaker. It just seems like that whole flashback sequence for, what is it, like 30 seconds? And it probably cost a ton of money. I would find some way not to include that, you know.
Dino, man, we got to have it.
Yeah, I guess so. I would just have like maybe voices and the sound effects while they're staring at each other while he's holding his hand or something. That's just, I bet they spent so much money on that.
Oh, for sure. What was the budget on this thing?
Well, it's an estimated $10 million, but who knows how.
Good God, for 1983?
Yeah, who knows how correct that is? And supposedly it only did about 20-some million total for gross. So it didn't wasn't really making much. Opening weekend was like $4.5 million.
Jeez.
Yeah.
Well, Christopher Walken, I don't think was near as popular a name.
No.
I mean, he's a huge name now, but I think that's just because of all the wacky stuff he's done.
Yeah, no, I don't think he was. I think they were more, Tom Skerritt was probably more well known. And, Tom Skerritt. I'm trying to think who else was in it that would have been bigger at that time. Yeah. What was I just fucking had my eyes on, the fuck was I just looking at? I don't know, just some stupid other shit here about Martin Sheen. Had a vision about being the president. Then he played the president in Kennedy in the West Wing. No one gives a shit about that stuff.
You calm down. Martin Sheen's a genius.
Oh, what about Charlie Sheen?
What about Charlie Sheen?
Is he a genius?
No. Emilio Estevez is, though.
Oh.
The good son.
Emilio Estevez?
Onelio. And then then we were at the club or whatever, and I saw him, and I said, Onelio.
God, I have this fucking gunk in my throat, man. Fuck. Anyways, I guess
Scotty's our researcher.
I know.
Yeah.
I guess in the beginning there was in the original, where he predicts the fire and he sees the girl in their room and the fire's going on. Mm-hmm. I guess there was a E.T. doll in the background and the first time they shot it, and they had to reshoot the whole thing because whoever the company is that has E.T. threatened to sue them if they kept it in there.
Steven, we're not fucking around with Spielberg. Okay.
Yeah,
even Cronenberg, who's an incredibly talented director, is like, nah, we're not going to mess with Steven. Okay, I want to work again.
I'm surprised how many other. There's this movie, The Dead Zone. There was like at least one other, The Dead Zone. Now there's a series, Dead Zone.
Yeah, there was a TV show I thought for a little while that was The Dead Zone with
It's
I can't remember his name. He's a very famous '80s actor.
Yeah, I just fucking looked it up. Hold on, let me look again here. With come on, fucking computer. Here we go. Dead Zone. Oh, now it went back too far. Yeah, I saw the name, but The Dead Zone. Hold on, 2002. That's not it, right? Or is it?
I think that's it.
I don't know about that. Let me see. Well, Stephen King, The Dead Zone, Sunday, June 16, 10. Are these episodes, or is this Anthony Michael Hall? No.
That's it. Yeah.
Is it?
That's who I was thinking of. Was Anthony Michael Hall.
Okay. Okay, yeah, Anthony Michael Hall. I thought I saw something different on here. But yeah, no, I recognize him. He's been in a lot of stuff that's not necessarily old.
No, I mean, but I remember when that came out, that was like a big resurgence or something for Anthony Michael Hall.
I guess he's in like The Breakfast Club and 16 Candles. And
he was the nerd. He was always the nerd and everything.
Oh, he played Rusty in Vacation, National Lampoon's. Yep. Okay, all right. That's where I recognize him from the most. Okay.
Yeah, he was one of the members of the Brat Pack.
Yeah.
Him and Emilio.
Emilio. So I fuck, I just blanked what I was gonna say, man. I didn't know. I didn't realize that like The Dead Zone was Stephen King's first best-selling book, hardcover.
Huh, I didn't know that either.
Yeah, and to me, I mean, I've heard the name, of course, and I've seen parts of the movie before, but I've never. It just doesn't, like, when you say Stephen King, The Dead Zone doesn't like stick in my head as number one or even top 10. You know.
No, it's always Pet Sematary and The Stand,
Shining, and whatever.
Shining.
So it's just I just thought that was weird. It's like his first bestseller. He did Carrie before it, but I guess that one was just the first to get movie rights purchased, and was never or wasn't a bestseller, at least back then. But yeah, so maybe, I mean, the movie's good and the story's interesting. But it's fairly predictable, and it's like maybe now because it's in the future, it doesn't seem like anything new. But back then, I guess maybe it was. I'm just wondering if the book is like a lot better than the movie. You know, we're missing something.
I'm not sure. I know it's not like been. It's definitely not like one of my mom's top favorites. I've never really heard her mention. She's a Stephen King.
Why does your mom love Stephen King so much? But I don't know.
She's just been following him like for forever. She's always she owns every single thing he's ever done. I guess he's still continuing to put out like
she
2
owns
or
all
3
the
books a year. Oh yeah, she's got them all.
Really? She's read all his books.
Every single one. She's not missed a single book, even all of his Richard Bachman stuff.
Wow.
And I remember when The Green Mile, because he released The Green Mile in pieces. It was like a series of small books. And man, she was like first in line for every single one to come out.
Damn, she's probably done lines with him.
I don't know. I mean, the 70s was a crazy time.
She won't admit to any fornication while under the influence of cocaine with Stephen King.
I mean, if I asked her directly, I'm not sure if she would. I mean, she's never stalked him. She's never gone to book signings, but that doesn't mean anything because, from what I can piece together with Steven, he's just like The Dead Zone. He was probably just roaming around Canada, just blitzed out of his mind. You know who I am?
You're going to go to you and your mom are going to go to a book signing once and walk in the door and he's going to be like, Mary. He's going to be like,
like, Mom, you said my father was Kubrick.
He's going to be like, good old mouthy Mary. I don't even know. I don't even know what to say.
Yep. And then I'd be like, where's my check, bitch? 32 years of child support. You owe me.
God. He's going to be like, wow, son, I've seen her do more cocaine than than a rhino could handle. Can't stop good old Scary Mary.
That's probably why he got. It's probably how he got ran over. He just walked out in the middle of the street, high on cocaine.
High on the cocaine. The cocaine. Whoa! Oh, goodness sakes. Speaking of high on cocaine, that means it's time for the horror half time. You didn't really get with me there on that one. I'm
not in the room with you. Okay. Yep. It's difficult.
All right. So once again, we had some awesome participants, some awesome memes, but also once again, they're just all our good old, same old guys that we really appreciate you participating, but we don't have any new people. So I can't award anybody anything because you guys have won like 3 times each or more, probably. Shit. Well, hopefully
they probably own everything in the store by now.
Yeah, well, yeah. We need to get some new CCH swag so I can send you guys some more stuff. We'll come up with some more stuff, and then we'll have you guys all win over and over again. But no, it's not always about the winning. It's just about having some awesome fun times submitting memes. Some of them get good engagement. Fuck, I mean, I think it was David Martin's has like 120 some reactions to it. I guess I could still go through a couple of my favorites, even though I'm not gonna give anything away until we get some new participants here. But I like Damon Williams' Pat one, just because I always reference It's Pat, and no one ever knows what the fuck I'm talking about. So
what are you talking about?
Pat, the old SNL skit. It's Pat. He's back. It's back. You don't know if it's a boy or a girl. You never watched? No, fuck.
I'm not sure if that's even SNL.
It is SNL. You don't even know. They made a whole movie. The movie's called It's Pat. He's back.
I think you're making this up.
Fucking IMDb it right now.
I mean, I'm not gonna waste my internet bandwidth IMDbing.
I can't believe you don't know who Pat is.
I know who Pat is. Phil Hartman was always doing that skit with him too.
Yeah, well,
they went camping with Pat. Wasn't it a woman that played Pat?
Yeah,
though?
It was a woman that played. I forgot who it was. It was maybe I do know. I forgot her name. So I like that one. Scotty Grease Lightning was from David Martin. Was pretty good. Dave Heinrich's Travolta's Gold, Scotty. He probably didn't see that because he's not on fucking Facebook, but I'll show it to him. But yeah, at this stage, before any violence, Chris has got Billy at turgidity factor 6.
We got to make a turgid shirt.
Turgid. Oh, we have to. See, look, David Martin right here. Hey, girls, I'm joining Scientology. We're all gonna laugh at you. 123 reactions. Boom.
That's just because people love Scientology.
They better not.
They better not. You trying to tell them that it's probably not true?
Aston has a good... Oh, it's definitely not true. Aston has a good one here. Yeah, so you guys all did awesome. We just... pats on the back to the crew, the normal crew, the ride or die crew that's here every week. That someday...
The ones that Danny's going to pay to fly all out for the movie.
Oh, shit. Not this time. Once we're like... bankrolling like Blumhouse, you guys can be on the guest list for whatever events we have.
Even like free craft services.
There you go. When we have our own themed haunted houses at Universal, then we'll give you passes.
Blumhouse has their own haunted houses now?
Dude, when we went this last year, that was one of the themed haunted houses, was a Blumhouse themed haunted house.
That's ridiculous.
So you walk through it, and it was The Purge, and it was Sinister, and in Insidious, I think. So it like went through all 3 of those movies as you went through the haunted house.
Jason Blum is like the Mark Zuckerberg of horror.
Oh, I know. He is. He's a fucking genius. Fucking genius.
Except Mark Zuckerberg's a dick. Jason Blum's probably pretty cool.
He probably is pretty cool.
I mean, he'd probably hang with us, right?
Oh, yeah. Well, soon enough. Once we,
I mean, I think he would just hang with us now.
Well, maybe. Why don't you get on that?
Everybody start twittering, because my Twitter profile is probably locked down from all the Jennifer Tilly harassment.
Yeah, she's probably you probably have a restraining order on you already.
Yeah, but I mean, I hope she sends something in writing because that would just be so hot to know that I had a restraining order.
I mean, it's probably the letter would probably be sort of tough to read because of the arthritis setting in her fingers because of how old she is.
She's not that old.
All right, that concludes
her and Kathleen Turner.
That concludes the Hoarder halftime. All right, back to the Dead Zone. All right, I'm going to talk just a little bit about, like, we went through some facts, but just some movie parts and opinions here. I'm just going to come right out and say it. His girlfriend, not attractive.
Which one? The first one?
Yeah.
The one that left him just because he was oh, that's right.
Left him. Didn't stand by her man's side, you know? Left him because he's in a coma.
If Shannon was in like a coma / VW bug accident for 5 years, you would stay by her side, right?
Well, I mean, yeah. I mean, I might fool around, but I would tell those people that if she ever wakes up, like, we got to call it off.
Okay. Well, I mean, that's classy.
Yeah, that's classy, right?
I mean, wasn't it like, again, I was stoned and hardly following this movie, but it's not the fact that she left him, but like, if I can remember, didn't she like already, like, she's married with like and pregnant?
She has a kid. She had a kid. Like, she has a 10-month-old.
I mean,
I think she had.
So say he had an accident, right? So you give him what? 3 or 4 months, right? I mean, at least maybe a year.
Yeah.
Dude, that girl she obviously was seeing somebody behind his back.
I think she might not have been seeing anybody, but she definitely had plan B in mind, I think.
Oh no, that's what I mean. Like if she wasn't maybe cheating on him before the accident, she had a real good idea. Like when that happened, she was like, well, this sucks, but you know, Kevin's a really nice guy. You know, so I mean, like, it's just incredible. It's how long does it take to decide to marry somebody? You know, like 2-3 years of dating, probably.
Yeah,
you move in and all. She already had like a 5-year-old. It's just incredible.
She looks like an ugly version of like Margot Kidder or something.
She does look like Margot Kidder,
or the girl from Indiana Jones. Yeah, what the fuck? I'm looking her up.
I can never remember her name,
but now. Not Last Crusade. Get the fuck out of here. Raiders. Where's Raiders?
Yeah, she was Raiders. Indeed.
Karen Allen.
Yeah.
Yep.
And Karen Allen's
Damn it. Now I want to watch Indiana Jones. I literally just said Indiana Jones and now I want to watch it.
Yeah, but now you got Elliot. So
yeah, he has to
you're gonna have to raise that boy on Indiana Jones.
So this what was this girl's name? Let me look up Dead Zone again. What the fuck was her? Yeah, she looks like a homely version of Margot Kidder / Karen Allen. Nothing to write home about. Is this what? Brooke Adams,
yeah.
Oh God, look at her picture now. She's movie. She looks like a skeleton, sort of. What is she known for? Oh, she goes way back to Invasion of the Body Snatchers with Jeff Goldblum, which I've never seen, actually, to tell you the truth.
Never seen Invasion of the Body Snatchers either.
Brain Dead. Oh, TV series Brain Dead. I don't know what that is. I was looking to say Brain Dead. 2016, so it's something no one's seen ever.
Exactly.
She's in Monk, Law and Order. Everyone who's anyone ever existed in acting has done Law and Order. What else we got here? Frasier. Frasier was my jam when I was like middle school.
Oh no, it's Cheers, man.
Well, Cheers too, but I watched Frasier like as I was going to bed every night. Just fucking watch Frasier. I can't believe it.
Yeah, Frasier and Friends. There was always reruns of Frasier and Friends.
Frasier and Friends?
No, and the TV show Friends.
Oh, I thought you were saying there's a TV show called Frasier and Friends.
That would be awesome. I don't remember much about Frasier. I just remember the old man and the dog.
Oh yeah, old man and the dog in his chair inside the nice apartment. Then you got his brother, who's what the fuck's that actor's name? Now I gotta look that up.
I don't know what his name was, but it was Miles, wasn't it? His brother Miles and Vera.
Was it Vera? Was that?
I thought Vera was his ex-wife.
All right. Daphne was the housekeeper girl that...
the British girl.
Yeah, sort of hot. Yeah. David Hyde Pierce, Dr. Niles Crane.
What was the? Didn't he have like a female production manager or something at the radio station?
Let's see full cast.
Scotty's not here, guys, so we're just going rogue now.
I know, we're so rogue right now.
Welcome to the Frasier podcast.
Oh, Roz.
Oh my God, can we start a Frasier podcast?
we just talk about each episode every time.
A 90s? Oh no. Can we start a 90s TV podcast like ER, Frasier, Friends, Tool Time, Home Improvement,
his production, his
Family Matters,
his producer,
Step by Step.
His producer's name was Roz, played by Perry Gilpin. Roz.
Yeah, but she was a lady.
Yeah,
right?
She's okay. I think Daphne's just a little cuter.
Oh, but Roz had that. Oh, was that Elliot?
I heard Elliot. No, I heard Elliot. Yeah, you can hear that good, huh?
I mean, I just barely picked it up, but I'm so used to hearing Stella.
Yeah, Stella should be sleeping.
This was a different tone. Completely different tone.
That's true. All right.
Stella's getting too old to scream. She's probably talking now.
Pretty much. Where the fuck were we? I was talking about how subpar his girlfriend was.
We were talking about how, like, obviously she had some
obviously her side action and marriage and family and child meant nothing to her because she just decided to come back and get it on with him for one night.
Oh, that's right.
Do you think she pre-approved that with her husband? Was she like, look, we were going to get it on like the next day and he got in this accident. So technically I owe him one.
You know what? It kind of reminds me of what was the Castaway.
Oh yeah, yep.
Because we're the same thing.
They make out hardcore.
Well, and he was only gone for like 5 years too. Like there's some kind of like weird mystical thing with women in 5 years.
I think 5 years is the magic is the tipping point.
But like, I mean, they were dating. They weren't even married yet. They had been together for a long time.
Yeah.
And then he disappears, and within 5 years, she's remarried with like 4 kids.
Yeah.
But yeah, same thing. Remember, Tom Hanks goes to her house, and they just do it.
They don't do it. They don't do it.
They do it in the Jeep Cherokee.
I thought, no, they just make out hardcore.
But it's the same thing. She gave him a hand.
No. They're not even. No. You got it all wrong in your mind. They talk about how they did it in the Cherokee before, when he goes back to the house, and then she says he can have the Cherokee, so he takes off in it, and then she's like, wait, and then he gets out, and then they're out, and it's pouring rain, and they're like making out hardcore.
Yeah, but they just cut. She gave him a under hand job.
Okay, well maybe so. I wouldn't.
If not, he deserved it. I mean,
I gotta say, I just really wouldn't want that from Helen Hunt.
Well, that's what I mean. This is Tom Hanks.
Well, and yeah,
I mean, Helen Hunt.
They're in the same league.
Oh, excuse me, sir. Tom Hanks. Helen. There's no way Helen Hunt's husband holds a candle to Tom Hanks. I mean, she was probably all over giving him a little fun time.
Maybe so.
It's still.
How do we even get on this? Oh. So yeah, I wonder if she got permission to bring her son over, to put him down for a nap.
Right, it's so filthy.
Brought her son, put him down for a nap in the stranger's bed, and then they just got it on. And then she's leaving, and he's like, "Will I see you again?" And she's like, "Not like this," because like maybe her husband gave her a hall pass for one night. I can't believe it. That's just it's just crazy. I guess that's just how it was in the 80s, you know? Just people willy-nilly just fucking other people that they used to be in relationships with that got in a coma and they owed one to. I guess that was the thing.
And she was like recent mom, so I mean, I'm sure it was like crazy bush.
Oh, yeah. I mean, there's no maintenance down there when you're busy with a child.
No. I mean, are you talking from experience?
Actually, Shannon's pretty good at the landscape maintenance throughout all this.
Like a topiary garden? She just draws pictures for you down there?
Oh, it's like Xeroscaped. Yep.
Okay.
And she has to get it waxed. There's no more. She doesn't deal with shaving anymore.
God, it's just painful.
I know. Well, it's a little sensitive right after. You can't really mess around that night.
That night. No, Danny, I've been I've been to the spa. I've had my front bum waxed. Is
it immature that like a couple weeks ago at the hospital when we were about to leave, the nurse was like, "And don't put anything inside your vagina for 6 months," and I was like,
"Yeah, no, I'd have been the same thing."
I was like,
I don't know if I would have giggled as much as been like a question. Like, are we talking like 6 full months? Or
no, weeks. No, not months. Dear God.
Oh my God. I was about to say, yeah, I would have been the idiot with like raising my hand like I'm in the classroom. Like, no, wait,
excuse me. What if it's just the tip?
Let's say, like, the reason why we're here is because we can't obviously go 6 weeks without me putting something in there.
Can I just do the tip? Is that all right?
No, Danny, that's why Elliot's here, because you cannot just do the tip, sir.
Yeah, that's true. What are my other observations about this film? Subpar, Margot Kidder.
Scotty said he would have been back in half an hour.
Yeah, no, there's no way I don't think he's joining us. It's normal Scotty time. I don't think it's happening. It's Scotty.
Oh, are we?
What's that?
Oh, nothing. I was just saying. Are we? So you're for sure we're on Scotty time?
Oh, we're on Scotty time. He's like an hour behind whatever he says he is, at least. So that's just how it goes. We'll see. He's probably gonna pop on for like the last 5 minutes. He's gonna come on and say bye to everybody.
He ain't gonna come on and steal our thunder. No. Or he'll come on maybe with some. Well, I guess the real test would be, did he actually do any research knowing he was going down to Florida?
Probably not at all. He did watch the movie before he left. And then I think he was downloading the VHS 2 to watch on the plane because he's never seen those movies before.
Oh, they're good.
Yeah, they are good. So yeah. Anyways, what? So were you coherent enough to watch the mom basically have a heart attack in this film?
Yes,
I thought that was a little bit.
It was a very strange heart attack.
Yeah, she was like, he's on the. And she just falls over, and the husband's like still sitting there.
Just like you just drop dead instantly.
Yeah,
not try to like communicate your last will and testament.
And I think that there's a weird relationship going on with the dad here. Like they don't ever really talk. The dad never really. He's not like stern. He's not like Burt Young, where he wants Walken to get over his sensitivity about being psychic, but he's also like indifferent. He's just like, this is my roommate right here, my roommate, you know. And then how does
he reminds me a lot of my father. although my father is kind of Burt Young-ish to an extent, except where Burt Young is like, you feel like, so you're a man now, huh? So you feel you're a big man. My dad's favorite one was, if you feel froggy, leap. It's like,
leap? If you feel froggy, leap.
Yep. That was my dad's. I'm sure that was something really hardcore. That was like going on in Virginia Beach in like 1977.
What the fuck does that, what does that even mean?
I never leaped. I'm going to be completely honest with you, because it used to scare the shit out of me, because this dude is speaking in like some weird haiku or riddle that I'm not aware of, and he's probably and he always said it after he had been drinking. So it's like, don't mess with Dad tonight. He's been drinking because he's screaming at people to leap.
I don't really know what that means.
I mean, I just think it means like actually I don't know. I mean. But it was terrifying.
I think it means like when you're drinking and you want to get a little action, but all the girls around are like, froggy. You just gotta leap and do it.
I mean, but he said it in such a threatening manner that I'm not sure. I mean, I do recall one time when he was drinking that he did share with me and all my friends in high school that his CB radio handle in Virginia Beach was the Panty Snatcher. And he was pretty impressed with that.
Wasn't that was a thing, right? Like people had CB handles back then.
Oh my god! Oh yeah, no, he had a 1969 Plymouth Barracuda, which is a sweet car, and I'm so pissed off to this day he didn't plan on having a son to give it to me. Mm-hmm. And of course, he showed a picture of it, and it had, it had like a 10-foot whip antenna on the back of this just hardcore muscle car, because it was so cool in the 70s to have handles and have a CB.
Yes. Oh, look at this. Scotty wants us to call him now. Dare I do it? We're literally have like 15 minutes left on this podcast.
I guess call him now. I mean, wait, what time is it? It's 11:23. Hold on. Scotty said maybe 30 minutes. Oh, Scotty said maybe 30 minutes at 10:14. So you were right.
Over an hour.
The time.
It was over an hour. All right,
hour and 9 minutes. So you were pretty close to Scotty time.
Let's see if this keeps recording while we call him. Let's see. Let's call him right now. It's ringing him in
from the studio, from the CCA podcast studio.
Calling him Skype on his phone. Let's see.
Hola.
Oh yeah. Oh.
Are we still recording?
Yeah, it's still.
Oh.
We're still on.
Am I loud as hell?
No.
Oh, hey. How
you said
goes
30.
it?
You said 30 minutes.
You said 30 minutes over an hour ago.
Dude.
An hour and 9 minutes to be exact.
I was trying to get out of there. It was just traffic jammed up the ass, dude. We were on I-4, and you know how it is in
Orlando,
Florida,
Scotty.
I know.
Rob doesn't know how it is. He hasn't been to Disney for 20 years.
I know how traffic is in Orlando, Florida, though. I've been.
Dude, it's ridiculous. Orlando. I was getting off on our exit ramp, and I was just parked for like 10 minutes just waiting to get off.
Yikes.
And
why are you at Disney?
Why are you driving?
Even at Disney, Scotty? You're a grown man.
I know. Well, it's my sister-in-law's 16th birthday.
Why wasn't Curtis driving?
It's her
What's
sweet
going on
16.
here?
She's supposed to be like smoking pot at some house party somewhere.
Probably
Not
is.
at Disney.
Getting finger banged.
I don't want to go into that. But I mean, she's supposed
Rob,
to be taking
you're totally
Jell-O
right.
shots.
You're totally right. You get finger banged on your 12th birthday.
Yeah.
Oh God! Yeah. You know what?
How old's your daughter?
We're not going to get him. My daughter is 7.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, if she's nearing that 12, then I'll retract that statement.
We already all talked about we lost our V cards when we were like 14 and did all that crazy stuff. And yeah, I mean, when I was 16, I was definitely doing
only douchebags call it a V card.
You know what? Yeah, I'm trying to be appropriate on the podcast here.
Okay.
Yeah, he's trying to be the appropriate uncle right now, because he's hanging out with his 16-year-old sister-in-law at Disney.
You're damn right.
Like some 6.5 foot, just
dude,
like bodyguard looking person.
I have to send you guys pictures. We even wore matching outfits today.
Goodness.
My mother-in-law, Sarah, Liz's mom, she got me like a polka dot shirt, and it was like a polka dot like button up, and then I wore a red tank top underneath, as if we were all like Mickey.
By her first name? What the hell?
What the fuck's he supposed to call her?
You call her Mrs. whatever her name is.
No. Okay, first of all, none of this has anything to do with the Dead Zone.
Yeah, we should get back.
We've already covered.
Which we're just about done talking about. But if Scotty has any thoughts on the Dead Zone,
did you guys what? You guys already talked about everything, huh?
We covered that Margot Kidder's uglier doppelganger was in this movie.
Yeah, she was the girlfriend, an ugly Margot Kidder.
Oh yeah, the girlfriend.
Right.
She was not attractive at all. I'm pretty sure she had a mustache.
Well, I don't get it. Like she had she had long hair in the beginning, and then 5 years later, when Walken wakes up from his coma, she had chopped her hair down to like little kid hair. It's
down
just not
to
good.
A total unattractive level.
Yeah.
Oh, and Scotty, you remember Castaway, right, with Tom Hanks?
Oh, of course.
Okay, like at the end of that movie, when him and Helen Hunt meet back up at her house, and she gives him the Jeep Cherokee.
Yeah.
They totally bang that.
No,
night,
they don't.
Right?
They do not bang it.
No,
They just make out.
Don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me,
They
Danny.
just make out.
They definitely bang that. I mean, there's a part where they make out in like the rain, but then they cut away and it's like the next day, but he definitely went back in.
One by one, Helen Hunt, she lifts out her frail, fragile boobs as they crack at the creases and dust flies. She lifts those out by one.
Helen Hunt wasn't that old during Castaway.
She just sort of always looks old.
He just doesn't like
has
Helen Hunt. Oh, that's another one like Frasier. We need to do a podcast about Mad About You.
I never watched
Paul
Mad
Reiser.
About You. No, Paul Reiser I can't after you grow up watching Aliens, you just can't respect Paul Reiser anymore. Which is funny.
Yeah, Paul Reiser is just a bastard.
Which is funny because I saw a meme that like said that exact thing. It was like hate this asshole for life, and it had him in like Aliens.
Yeah, that Aliens ruined his career because he just is a backstabbing son of a bitch pussy.
Yes,
sniveling little company man.
Did
Yes.
you guys relate? Did you guys talk about Tom Skerritt at all? Hey, look, this is my picture of me and Tom Skerritt.
We did not relate Tom Skerritt to Ted yet. No.
Okay, but you related him to maybe Alien, of course.
Well,
but
I mean,
I
no.
forgot about Alien.
Well, we know he's in Alien.
Yeah, but still, he's just this was around the same time. Well, this was a little bit after, I guess.
Yeah.
Because this was 83 and Alien was what? What was Alien?
79.
79, I think.
Yeah,
I think you're right.
I don't know, but
I think you're exactly right.
I'm trying to think if I left anything out in my observations. The movie does sort of go all over the place. You have this whole section where he gets in this crash, has these powers, is foreseeing deaths and things like that. Mm-hmm. And then all of a sudden you're introduced to this Martin Sheen character and this whole presidential election, and you're like, wait, what? Now what are we doing? Like he was helping track down a killer, but now he's working on this president thing, and what the fuck?
Yeah, and then Tom Skerritt's suddenly out of the movie for good, and you don't see him again, which is kind of a bummer because I like him.
Yeah, I think they could have gone a better route. Stephen King went right in this. I think if he would have stuck with the serial killer thing and just had that been the main focus and played it out till the end and not even involved the president thing, I think it would be a better movie, better story.
But then we get to see Christopher Walken like die for the right reasons.
Yeah. Well, maybe he could have died like when they were catching the killer. He got shot, but he caught him, and it was him. But he dies. I don't know. One of the original endings I read is that he was going to live from the shot, from getting shot up in the balcony there, and then he was going to wake up in the hospital, and then he was going to have a premonition that what's her name, Ugly Kidder, was going to be attacked by someone with a knife and stabbed, and then he dies, like knowing that. That was the original ending.
Okay, yeah. That might have been cool.
But
I mean, yeah, it kind of threw me a loop too. It was almost there was like two movies in one. I mean, when they threw in the whole president, or the him for senator, Stilson for senator, it almost reminded me of like Black Sheep, with the whole senator thing, and but it was just, I mean, I still liked it. I thought it was a good movie. I mean, Walken was awesome, and he's younger in it, and
vote for Donnelly.
Yeah, vote for Donnelly. Yeah, that's kind of what even though obviously Black Sheep's a comedy, but it just reminded me, who are they going? Oh yeah, Donnelly's going against who in Black Sheep? I totally forgot. I can't think of it.
I don't even know.
Anyways, yeah, but yeah, I mean, it was good.
Rob, no comments on Black Sheep, huh?
Not really a big Chris Farley fan.
You just talked about how SNL and Chris Farley was the best.
Well, his generation of SNL was the best, but
how are you not a Chris Farley fan? You are a heavy set gentleman who probably enjoys his food and fat guy comedy.
Chris Farley has set fat people back in this country so many years.
No, he has moved them forward in the eye of the public because now they get a little more respect for being awkward and funny.
Black Sheep, actually, out of the Chris Farley ones, I was a Tommy Boy fan.
Tommy Boy's great.
They're basically the same movie.
They are not the same movie.
We just talked about Black Sheep with Gary Busey, too.
Why is he in it?
Yeah, Gary Busey.
That's right. He plays a crazy guy.
The like Sergeant Drake.
Oh,
the crazy veteran guy in it.
That's right. That's right. Okay.
Anyways, but yeah, so
yeah. All
right.
right.
I mean, I look Farley, but yeah, just the whole campaign thing. I mean, it was cool too. I mean, how he obviously was able to,
and he couldn't.
That's what the whole
he couldn't read his future
was.
the first time because he had a button in his hand when they shook hands.
Yeah,
was that what that was about?
Yeah, he was handing him a button. I think they did that so that he didn't see anything that time. There was an excuse for that.
Yeah, but that's kind of how like in his vision he saw everything, but there was like the dead zone that was a little cloudy, and then that was the area where he could stop things before it happened because he was able to see. I gotta
say that the title and everything, the dead zone, that it turns out that's what it means. A little bit of a letdown.
Yeah.
A little bit of a letdown.
That's what it is. Yeah.
You're like, oh, the dead zone. Like there must be like some kind of.
Crazy how
you think dead zone.
Stephen King ties everything. I'm talking now, Danny. I was gonna say it's crazy how Stephen King ties a lot of stuff together. Like he wrote the Dead Zone, and it has a lot of these weird kind of holes and stuff in it. But then that miniseries with James Franco came out from that book he wrote.
Oh yeah.
63 about the Kennedy assassination.
Oh.
And it basically is the Dead Zone. It's this guy, except he's traveling through time, and every time he tries to fix something, he misses a small detail. He's in the dead zone. He misses a little minute detail, and he ends up ruining the world over and over and over again.
See, I just hear dead zone, and I'm like, oh, badass. Like there's going to be some kind of quarantined area, or there's going to be like some like otherworldly realm that they pass through that is the dead zone, or there's going to be like some kind of spot on Earth where if you enter in within these boundaries, like some weird shit happens. But no, it's just like a blank spot in your psychic premonition.
Yeah, that's exactly what it is, and that's kind of what it made this movie more of a thriller suspense than. I mean, there was some
not even suspense, I would say, but I mean, there were some cool practicals. There was the scissors that was sort of cool.
That was awesome.
Yeah. That stuff
was really cool.
There was some brutal stuff there, but other than that, it's not really a horror. I mean, someone was just saying we should cover Stand By Me, and I was like, because it's Stephen King, and I was like, but it's not horror.
Yeah.
But you could almost say the same thing about the Dead Zone.
Yeah. But it is Corey Feldman.
Yeah,
Rudy was telling us that they used an actual real dead body in that movie.
In what?
In Stand By Me?
Me?
Yeah,
I don't believe it.
That's what he says. I don't know if I believe it either. He's like, no, they used a dead body. They used a dead body in it.
It could be like the local city, provided a dead body from like the local morgue or something. But I don't. I think that's what he was saying.
Maybe there was some teenager on his deathbed, and his parents were crying around him, and a couple producers walked in the hospital and were like, hey, I'm sorry for your condition. And the parents were like, oh, they're like, can we use your body in our film when you die in the next couple days here?
Yeah. Can we borrow little Jimmy? Just please. Well, he might as well go out with a bang, and he'll be remembered for Stand By Me then. Yeah, maybe. I mean, but this, you had a good cast with this. You had David Cronenberg, director, and he's done a lot of good. Like he did The Fly and Scanners, and and a few other good ones too. But Walken's good, but it's there was still there was some good effects. And a few things I wanted to see. I did
enjoy it. I mean, I have to admit that really Walken did it for me. Like it was because of Walken that I really enjoyed the film, and that I was interested the whole time. And I think that was it. I mean, the story was fine, and it was cool. But I think if it hadn't been Walken, it would have been a lot less interesting to me.
Well, if it was like if Tom Skerritt and Walken switched parts. Well, Tom Skerritt's a little older. Hey, if it was Tom Skerritt and the heck's his name from? I can't think of it. From Halloween 3. What the heck?
Atkins?
Tom Atkins.
Yeah.
I don't know if you could put them on the same screen together. Something might happen.
Yeah, you can't do
get
that.
both those mustaches together? Oh, my God.
Oh, man, that would have been... they look so much alike, it would have been tough.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I think that wraps up Dead Zone, and I don't know about you guys. We haven't talked about it, but I think we should maybe move on from Stephen King.
Yeah, we could.
Since we're getting a little low on. We talked about doing what we talk about, Rob, The Stand, but
we talked about The Stand, but it's
I can't find it anywhere.
Well, we could order the DVD and get it by next week, and then we could do a 4-episode spread on The Stand, which I don't know might be a good idea. You guys let us know if you want. We will do like a 3 to 4 episode series covering The Stand, since it's like 6 hours long. Because I wouldn't mind watching it. So if you want us to do that, we'll do it. But if not, we'll just move right on to something else, a new series or some one-offs.
And would we take any other Stephen King requests? I mean, Stand By Me is really not included. We want something more horror-like.
Yeah.
But I don't know. Maybe we
a little more horror to it. But this,
or we could do Arachnophobia.
The Arachnophobia is not Stephen King.
No, but I mean, we could move on from King.
Well,
I recently saw Arachnophobia on Amazon Prime, and I want to do it.
I know a couple requests for Sometimes They Come Back Again. That one's a little bit newer too. We were thinking about doing The Mist, but that one's pretty newer. We wanted to keep it pretty classic.
Sorry, we
keep you guys happy.
We kind of faked out some fans. We posted The Mist.
I don't think we did post The Mist.
Oh, we didn't. I saw it on Twitter. That was it.
Well, maybe.
And then we posted The Dead Zone after that. That's fine.
Give us your opinions on The Stand, and if there are any other horrific ones we're missing. But might be nice to move on to something different.
Yeah.
But anyways, what'd you watch this week, Rob?
I watched Arachnophobia.
What did
I know
you
that.
watch?
I haven't seen that since I was 12.
It's been about that for
movie,
me too.
That movie scared the shit out of me.
So I don't remember any of it.
Oh, dude,
a lot of bugs.
That's
spiders.
That's where all my fear of spiders comes from. Is that damn movie?
Yeah,
it's an awesome movie though. What's Arachnophobia?
Who's in Arachnophobia again?
Jeff
Daniels.
Jeff Daniels, yeah, that's a classic. That's like 1990.
1989.
Wow.
Oh wow.
But I think that's the only thing. Horror related. Yeah. Oh God. Yeah. John Goodman as the Exterminator. So good. That's the only thing I watched this week besides 5 seasons of Trailer Park Boys.
Oh, that's just great.
Oh my goodness.
See, that's what I mean. That's why I don't bring it up because y'all make fun of me about it.
Yeah, we will. So you might as well not bring it up.
Yes.
Well, I just did, Danny. Trailer Park Boys is hilarious.
What'd you watch, Scotty?
While you're thinking of it, I watched VHS number 2.
I called it.
Yeah, since the number 2 is on Netflix.
1 is better, I think.
1's not on there, but since I haven't seen 1 nor 2, but I just downloaded 2.
I sort of forgot 2. It's 2. There's only 2 of them, right? Or is there 3?
No, there's 3.
Is the third one the one where they're going around in the van the whole time?
I don't remember. I know
it must be.
The third one's called VHS Viral. And
they're I did not. I think I was tired and falling asleep. I don't know. I did not understand it at all. I need to rewatch it. They're going around in a van the whole time from place to place, and I did not understand the connecting story whatsoever. I had no idea what was going on, so I need to rewatch that.
Yeah, the second one is just a girl and a guy get hired to go look for this son that's missing. Then the mom calls in, and they go into his house, and there's all these tapes, and they watch. There's 3 different stories that happen. So and then obviously, it was good.
It's found footage, right? The whole thing.
Yep, it is.
Okay,
yep, the whole thing's found footage. Yep, it was good though. God, it's fucking gruesome as hell, man. God.
Was that the only thing you watched?
That's the only thing I watched. And I'll be watching Creep. Well, that's for next week. So, anyways, yep, that's the only thing I watched. VHS 2.
I saw there's a Creep sequel on.
Yeah, Netflix. We talked about that. I watched it.
Yeah, I haven't.
It's good.
I hadn't watched it yet. I love the first one though.
It's good. Second one's good. I've still been watching a lot of found footage because of our filming dates coming up. I just want to do my homework. I watched As Above, So Below again.
I
Great
haven't
movie.
seen that one yet.
Oh, dude, you gotta watch it. It's great.
It's good, man.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah.
Just some cool stuff in it, some cool happenings. One of those like mind trip ones, sort of like Blair Witches, where like time stuff happens, and like weird shit happens, like that happens in As Above, So Below.
Yeah, it's very. You don't see you see a little bit, but it's a lot to your imagination.
I swear I watched. Did I say last week that I rewatched Paranormal? I might have said that last week.
Yeah, you did. I
Okay.
think.
So was I watching something
Maybe.
else?
Maybe you did.
I swear, man, that I'm missing another one or two. But
Did you watch Quarantine?
no,
No.
that's all I can think of right now. I was gonna watch both because I've never seen the second one. I guess they made a second Last Exorcism.
Ooh,
Oh,
I didn't know
yeah.
that.
Yeah, there's a two, and I think they're both on Amazon Prime. I don't know. Amazon would not load on my TV a couple days ago when I was trying to watch it, so I gave up. But
How's everything going with you and CenturyLink?
Well, I got the Wi-Fi working finally. I was on the phone with this lady for forever.
Really? Good.
And she had me which we already did this once. We went in and manually switched the channel that the router's on, and it didn't work. But this time we switched it manually to a different channel, and now it works fine. So,
So when I get over there this coming week, I'll be able to get on my Wi-Fi.
It works.
Nice. Thank the Lord.
Dude, I swear I watched other found footage. I guess I don't even know. But yeah, As Above, So Below. So
Did you watch they're watching?
No.
Is that that's found footage, and I was gonna watch that one. It's on Netflix too.
I need to watch Unfriended because Rob keeps telling me to watch it.
Oh, that movie's so amazing. And you have
Gotta
MacBook.
watch it, Danny.
So who cares if I have a MacBook?
The whole movie's shot on a MacBook.
Yeah, it is.
I mean, I don't know if it's like some cheesy little MacBook Air like what you have. I think it's on a MacBook Pro like what Scotty has.
Yeah, it might be cheesy little MacBook Air.
I need to see the is the second one available
I don't know if it's out
to
yet.
watch?
No, I don't know if it's out yet.
It's
but
out yet.
Yeah, okay.
The dark web. Unfriended the dark web.
Well, I think that.
Yeah,
I
never
was
mind.
just gonna say. I think that's it. I think we covered it
The
all.
Dead Zone. Sorry,
Dead Zone.
I came in late. Sorry, guys, that I came late. Seriously, I'm glad you made up for me, but I'm glad I was able to hop on for this last little bit here.
Well, let us know. I do want to give a quick just plug for Who's Watching Oliver. You guys need to make sure you go rent that movie and support Russell Jeffrey Banks because he's awesome. And we interviewed him about the movie, and it's an awesome freaking movie. So Who's Watching Oliver, it's called. Go rent it on iTunes or Amazon or wherever. Just go get it and watch it because it's really good.
And he talks with a really sexy British accent.
He does.
Yes.
So yeah, that wraps us up. So let us know. Do you want to see like a 3 to 4 part series on The Stand, or do you want us to move on? You just let us know, and we'll take that into consideration. It will not be the final say. We can veto your decisions.
Yeah,
Yes,
we're gonna
we
watch
have the power.
Maybe. And then, cool. So yeah, follow us at Danny Bonin, at Scotty Bonin, at the Rob O'Neill 1986 on
Twitters.
On Twitter,
On Twitters.
and the Rob _CCH podcast on Instagram, at Cult Classic Horror on everything, at CC Horror on Twitter, actually, patreon.com/Cult Classic Horror. If you want to support what we're doing, we would love you forever.
Yeah, become a patron. You can get my cell phone number.
Yeah, Rob already got a couple random texts from people he doesn't know because he gave out his number on Patreon. So there you go. Come on and do it. Someone texted Rob the link, found the old porno I was talking about where she says, "Got to keep it in the family."
Are you serious?
Found it and sent us the link, and I just watched. You missed it, Scotty. So if you guys, one thing you'll get.
Oh, I gotta see it.
One thing you'll get if you're a Patreon member is our pre-show recordings, which what we did before hitting record for this one for the episode is watch me and Rob listened in on some of that, so you can listen in on the porno with us if you want to during the pre-show.
This is like vintage classic. I mean, oh man, that's awesome.
So check that out.
No.
So definitely,
it was great to open up my cell phone and see that.
Yes, just give $5 or more per month, and you can share on all the pre-show discussions, and you can have Rob's cell phone number too.
What's better than that? Maybe I'll put mine on there. Shit.
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, because you don't even have a Facebook, Scotty.
That's right. So I might as well.
Yeah,
put my
someone
cell phone
gave you
on our
mad
Patreon.
props for the Travolta, and you weren't even able to say thanks to him.
Someone did.
Yeah, Dave Heinrich, mad props.
Oh man.
So
Props, Dave. Props to you, brother.
anyways,
I'll get my shit on Patreon, and then I'll create a Facebook soon. With hopefully I can get by with that.
all right, guys. Well, thanks for joining us. We'll catch you next week.
Later, guys.
Later.
Don't you blame the movies. Movies don't create psychos. Movies make psychos more creative.
Oh, yes. There will be blood.